So in this video, we are going to learn how to automate lead qualification for real estate using AI agent. So we are going to create an AI agent which is going to capture the details of the new lead which we are getting from Google Forms. Then after that, this AI agent will send the responses, the requirements of the same lead to AI platform like OpenAI, and using OpenAI, we are going to check the qualification, whether the lead and their requirements are qualified for our business or not, and do we deal in such kind of properties and clients or not. After getting the qualification status, this AI agent will automatically update the qualification status back in the same Google Sheet in which we are storing our Google Form responses. Now, if you want to know how you can create this AI agent all by yourself, for that, let me just take you to my screen.
So as you can see, this is a lead form which I've created using Google Forms. And the Google Form responses, the leads which I'm getting from this Google Forms are stored in this Google spreadsheet. Now we build this AI agent using which whenever we get a new lead from Google Forms and the lead details are added over here, automatically the saved lead details are sent to AI platform like OpenAI and we analyze those leads and check the qualification status. And after checking the qualification status, the AI agent will automatically update the qualification status, a feedback or remark for that lead, and also if they need any follow-up questions from that lead, the same in the Google spreadsheet in the same row. Now we are going to see this AI agent in action. I'll just copy the link of this form over here and open it in an incognito tab. And we are going to make a dummy form submission. Let's see, the name of the lead is demo user. This is the name. Then this is the email address. Then after that, this is the dummy mobile number of the lead. The preferred property type is, for example, a villa. The location is Delhi. Then the budget is, for example, 2 crore. Then I'm going to enter the purpose as buy. The timeline is 3 to 6 months. And in additional notes, needs school nearby. And then let's click on submit. So as I click on submit using this Google form, just now we have received a new lead. And in this Google spreadsheet, you can see the details of a new lead is added. And as these details are added, you can see instantly using this AI agent, the qualification status, the feedback related to the same lead, and the question for the lead is automatically added over here in this Google spreadsheet. So here we have basically built this AI agent using Pabbly Connect. We have connected our Google form or this Google spreadsheet with AI platform like OpenAI with Pabbly Connect for the lead analysis. Now to get started with Pabbly Connect, just go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And here you can see we have reached to Pabbly Connect's landing page. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up free. Now, if you are new to Pabbly, by clicking on this sign up free button, you can set up your free Pabbly account in just 2 minutes. Or if you're an existing Pabbly user, just click on sign in. After signing in, you will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. And here you just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And as you click on access now, we will reach to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. After reaching to this dashboard, we have to create a workflow for this AI agent. For that, just click on this create workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I'll name it as AI agent for real estate lead analysis. And after that, just select the folder of your Pabbly account in which you want to set up this workflow and click on create. And as you click on create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. In this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this AI agent, this workflow works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with the trigger step. Now the idea here is first we have to basically connect this Google form with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step, so that whenever a new lead is captured using Google Form, automatically the details of the same real estate lead will be captured by this AI agent and the AI agent will trigger. For that, here in trigger step, in choose app, search for Google Forms and select it. After selecting Google Forms, in trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as new response received. After selecting this trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we have to add this webhook URL in this Google form. Or should I say, we have to add this webhook URL in this Google spreadsheet in which the Google form responses are stored. Now, before we do that, let me just clear the details over here. So we have the details of a lead over here. Just now we made the form submission and captured the details. And using this AI agent, the details were automatically updated, the qualification status and all the other things were updated. But because we are setting up this automation from scratch, I have cleared these columns over here. So what we have done in the Google spreadsheet in which the Google form responses are stored, we have added 3 more columns. And after that, after building this AI agent, in the same columns, the qualification status, feedback and the questions will be updated. But currently, because we are setting up the AI agent, I have basically deleted the old updated data. And now in our Google spreadsheet, we just have one row of data of a dummy form submission. Now to connect this Google spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect, we have to add this webhook URL. And to add the webhook URL, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Just copy the webhook URL from here and go to your Google spreadsheet. After coming to this Google Sheets, just go to Extensions, Add-ons and click on Get Add-ons. And as we click on Get Add-ons, we will reach to Google Workspace Marketplace. Then here in Search app, we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And here you can see that Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this add-on is already installed in our Google Sheets. You just have to install the same add-on into your own Google Sheets account, and after installing it, just refresh your Google Sheets once. This is an important step. After refreshing our Google Sheets, once again, we have to go to this extensions. And here you can see Pabbly Connect Webhooks. This add-on is added over here. Just hover on it and click on Initial Setup. Now, as we click on Initial Setup, this dialog box will appear in front of us. And it is basically asking us 3 different things. Selected sheet, webhook URL, and trigger column. Now here in selected sheet, we have to select the Google spreadsheet from which we want to send the new row of data to the AI agent. Now in this Google spreadsheet, we have only one sheet named as Form Responses 1. That's why by default, it has selected Form Responses 1. Then here in the field of webhook URL, as you can guess, we have to enter the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy it from here and paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, it is asking us for the trigger column. Now you must be thinking, what is this trigger column? So trigger column is basically the last column of our Google spreadsheet in which our form responses will be stored. So here you can see that the last column of this Google sheet is column M. But in the column K, L and M, we are going to update the data using this AI agent later on. The last column in which we are entering any data or the form responses are stored is column J. So column J is going to be our trigger column. Once again, we'll go to the initial setup window over here. We are going to update the webhook URL over here once again. And then here in trigger column, we are going to enter column J. After this, after adding the webhook URL and updating the trigger column, just click on this send test button. And as we click on send test, it is showing us that the test data is sent successfully. This means the data of very first row after headers, the data of row number 2 is now sent to this webhook URL. And here in our Pabbly Connect workflow as well, you can see that in the trigger step, we have received the response. And in this response, you can see the details of the same form submission, the same lead details which we have received from Google Forms, whose data we had in this Google Forms responses Google Sheet. After adding the webhook URL, just click on submit. And as we click on submit, it is showing us setup configured successfully. Now we'll go to extensions once again, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and select this option of send on event. By selecting send on event, we are telling this Google Sheet, we are telling this add-on that whenever the details of a new lead is added, whenever we get a new lead response from Google Forms and the responses are added, immediately, instantly send the same responses to Pabbly Connect, to this AI agent. Now the step 1 of building this AI agent is completed. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we have to send the same details of the lead to OpenAI, and using OpenAI, or should I say ChatGPT, we are going to analyze the lead and we are going to get the qualification status and other details for the same lead. For that, we will scroll down, come to this action step, and here in choose app, we will search for OpenAI. Just select it. After selecting OpenAI, an action event from the drop-down, select the action event as ChatGPT Structured AI Output. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our OpenAI account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key. To get it, just go to your OpenAI account and from the dashboard, go to this API keys section. Here just click on this create new secret key button and give this API key a name. Let's say I'll name it as real estate lead qualification. Real estate lead qualification. After naming it, just select the project of your OpenAI account for which you are generating the API key and select the permission as all and click on this create secret key button. As you click on this create secret key button, the API key will be generated. Just copy the API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after pasting the API key, just click on Save. And as we click on Save, here you can see that our OpenAI account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us to select the AI model, that using which AI model we want to analyze the lead and check the qualification status. So in the drop down here, you can see a list of all the models that we have. Out of all of this, I want to use GPT-4 Omni as a model to check the qualification status of our real estate lead. Then after that, it is asking us for the role. Now in this dropdown, you can see we have three options. Either we can send the prompt, send the details of the lead using the user role, system role, or assistant role. Or what you can do, as mentioned in the help text below, if you turn this mapping button on, you can basically enter multiple roles over here separated by comma. Like right now, we have only one role over here and only the field of one role, content user, is added. But if I add multiple roles separated by comma, let's say I want to send an individual system prompt and a different individual user prompt, then I'm adding two roles separated by comma over here. And as we do that, here you can see two fields are added, content system, content user. And in this way, separated by comma, you can add multiple roles and all of those fields will be added. And you can basically send layered prompts or layered details to OpenAI. Now, after entering the roles, what we have to do, we have to enter the prompts. So I have individual prompts. I have a different system prompt and a different user prompt. Let me just enter those prompts over here. Okay, so as you can see, I have entered both the prompts. This is my system prompt where I've mentioned that how I want this AI agent to act over here and what are the criteria for qualification and what kind of response I want. And after that, here in content user, in the user prompt, I'm entering the details of the lead which I'm sending so that the AI agent or OpenAI can check the qualification status of this lead. Now here in this system prompt, you can basically enter the criteria of your choice that on what basis you want to qualify or disqualify or reject the leads, what should be the remarks, what kind of business and details you have. Also in the system prompt, you can give a background of your business, of your real estate business, and what kind of clients and properties you deal in and all of that. So you can just basically customize these prompts as per your choice. In the content user field, here we have to basically add the details of the lead. Now we have received the lead from Google Form responses and we have captured the Google Form responses in the trigger step of this workflow over here. So here from the trigger step responses, one by one, we have to send all the responses of the lead to this OpenAI action step. And to add the trigger step responses in this action step, we are going to use a process called mapping. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of content user and here in front of full name, we want to add the response of the full name of the lead. Just click here and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Google Forms in the trigger step. Here from the trigger step responses, select the response of the first name, the full name of the lead and map it. Then here in front of property type from the drop down, let's select the response of the property type they are looking for. Then let's select the response of location as well. So I'm selecting the response of location. In front of budget, we are going to share the response of budget over here, that what is the budget the user has entered over here. Then it is entering the purpose over here. So the purpose is to purchase, not to rent. Then we have to enter the response of timeline. And at last, let's add the response of additional note as well. So in this way, all the details of the lead received from Google Forms are given to OpenAI with the proper prompt. Then it is asking us for the response format. Now by default, we get a plain text response, a simple text response from OpenAI. But here in the system prompt, you will notice that we have mentioned three things. We want three different things, three individual responses from OpenAI with the lead qualification status. So first is the qualification status, qualified, not qualified, needs review. Second one is the feedback or a remark. I want OpenAI to analyze the lead and give me a feedback or a remark on the same lead as well. And the third one is for questions for lead. Now, this is just a reference field over here that if OpenAI or this AI agent thinks that we should ask some more questions to know more about the leads which are necessary, then it can mention those questions over here. And later on, while reviewing the lead or contacting the lead, my team members can just refer to it and then have that question as well. So I want three individual things, three different responses from OpenAI. And to get three different responses from OpenAI using a single action, we have to get the response in JSON format, in JSON schema. Now by default, we get a plain text format, but if you enter this particular text over here, if you enter this particular schema over here in the response format field, here we are specifying that we want the response or our response type should be JSON schema. After specifying it, in front of this JSON schema, we have to basically enter the JSON schema as well. We have to enter the JSON format, the exact format, and tell OpenAI that we want our response in this exact same format. But now you must be thinking, what is this JSON schema and how you can create a JSON schema to get a response of your choice. So let me tell you, you don't have to create a JSON schema all by yourself. OpenAI already have a tool using which you can create the JSON schema. Just go to your OpenAI account, and after coming here, from the docs section on the left sidebar, you will get this option of structured output. Just come here and click on this generate button. Now this box will appear, this text box will appear in front of us. And here we just have to describe that what kind of response we want from OpenAI. So here in the prompt, I've already mentioned that what kind of response I want. So let's say I'm going to enter the same details and just make some changes. Give me the response with qualification status with these things. Then I'm just going to add a comma over here, remove the hyphen, feedback remark, and then we also want the question over here, the questions for lead, if any. I want all the responses as string. So I have basically mentioned that give me the response with qualification status, qualified, not qualified, need review, feedback remark, and the questions for lead. I want all the response as string. Then after that, after describing that what kind of response and what are the things you want from response from OpenAI, just click on create. And as you click on create, here you can see within few seconds, it is going to generate a JSON schema, and here it is. The JSON schema is generated. In this JSON schema, we have mentioned that we want the response for qualification status, feedback message, and questions for lead. What we have to do, after generating the JSON schema, just copy the JSON schema from here, go to Pabbly Connect, and then we just have to paste it over here in this curly brace in front of JSON schema. After pasting this, we have basically specified that we want the response in this particular format from OpenAI. Now what we have done, we have entered our system prompt, our user prompt where we have shared the details of the lead, and we have also mentioned the response format, that in which format we want the response. Then it is asking us user max token sampling type. So if you want to tweak the kind and the quality of response you are getting from OpenAI, you can just change the changes in the values. Right now, I'm just going with the default values, and we will just click on this save and send test request button. Now, as we click on save and send test request, here you can see that within few seconds, we have received the response. And in this response, you can see that we have received 3 different responses. The first response is of qualification status, second one is the feedback remark, and third one is questions for lead. The same 3 things which we have mentioned while generating the JSON schema. Here we have the qualification status as qualified, we have a remark related to the same lead over here, and we also have the question for the lead over here. This means the AI agent has basically analyzed. The AI agent sent the lead details to OpenAI, and OpenAI has basically analyzed the lead and checked the qualification status. Now, at last, we want this AI agent to update all these 3 things into the same Google spreadsheet in which we had the details of the lead over here into these columns. For that, we will scroll down, come to this action step, and here in Choose App, we will search for Google Sheets. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets, in action event from the drop-down, select the action event as Update Row. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Sign In with Google button. Then after that, here in the pop-up window, select your Google Sheets account. Then after that, just scroll down and click on Continue. And as you click on Continue, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us to select the spreadsheet. So in this drop-down, you can see a list of all the spreadsheets that we have created in our Google Sheets account. Out of all of this, the spreadsheet in which we want to update the details is named as Real Estate Buyer Rent Form Response, the same spreadsheet in which the Google Form responses are added. So from the drop-down, we are going to select the same spreadsheet. After selecting the spreadsheet, it is asking us to select the sheet, and we all know that in this sheet, we have only one sheet over here named as Form Response 1. So we are going to select that. Then it is asking us for the row index. So it is asking us that in this Google spreadsheet, in which particular row we want to update the data. Now we want to update the details into the same row in which we have the details of the lead. So here in the trigger step responses of Google Form, we have also received the response of the row index with the lead details. So from the trigger step responses, we are going to map the same row index to this Google Sheets action step. Just click on this field of row index, and from the drop down from Google Form responses, select the response of row index and map it. Then all the columns of data of form responses which we had in this Google spreadsheet, you can see all of these columns as fields inside Pabbly Connect. And we don't want to update these fields, so we are just going to keep it blank. We are just going to ignore these fields. But we want to update the details in the column, in the field of qualification status, feedback, and question for lead. So one by one, we are going to map the details over here. Just click on this field of qualification status, and from the drop down from OpenAI responses, select the response of qualification status and it will be mapped. Then here in feedback/remark, just select the response of feedback, and here just map the response of questions for lead in this particular field. After mapping all the details, just click on save and send test request. And as we click on save and send test request, here you can see that within few seconds, we have received the response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, basically the qualification details of the lead which is we have received from OpenAI, this qualification data is now updated in our Google spreadsheet, the same sheet in which the Google form responses are stored. So let's check it. We will just go to the Google Sheet over here, and yes, here you can see that in this Google spreadsheet, in the last 3 columns, the same data is updated. We have the same qualification status as qualified given by OpenAI, we have the same remark, and also the same question. This means the AI agent which we have created using Pabbly Connect for lead qualification of our real estate lead, this AI agent is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can build AI agents and connect multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. Also, let me tell you that you will get a clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this AI agent for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.